backdoor, finding McCraven, pass a little high for him. McCraven had a reset, puts it up off the glass, good.
Out to Hallie Crockett, her second baseball pass up the floor to Abby Richmond. Right-handed layup for two.
Still backing and backing, gets stalled again, and picks up 2 points. So 2-point takedown.
The puck tries to reverse along the boards, taken away by Parker, found it out of goal! Parker tees up Brody Schultz!
Right-handed dribble, goes to Reichel, deep three-pointer on the way! That's good!
Up the floor, Severson over to Bevins, all alone, steps up, shoots the three, and it's good!
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Friday evening from the Shield Center. It's the Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament here on this Friday night as we'll crown a Region 1 Girls Basketball Champion. But first things first, let's get to the third place contest featuring the Sargent County Bulldogs and the Kindred Vikings. I'm Chase Miller alongside Nathan Hoots, Joey Hughes running the camera. Joel Morgan will be alongside calling the championship game a little bit later on here on yourliveevent.com. The Squirrels got here with a 56-34 win over the Bulldogs back on Tuesday night. Clara Cotton with 18, Delaney Cotton with 16, and DeConte Smith with 14 points. While on Wednesday afternoon, a little brunch in basketball, Northern Cats defeated Kindred 67-52, and Josie Jensen went off. 21 points, 17 rebounds, and 7 block shots in the win for Northern Cass. So Sargent County Kindred, Central Cass, Northern Cass, and Nathan Hoots. The first thing that I'm going to ask the coaches here in a moment when we're joined by Randy Searston and Sam Brandt is the transition from Class B Region 1 as we know it to a team like Sargent County going to be in Class B District 1 next year, and Kindred going to be in Class A Region 1. So does this kind of feel like the last family reunion, if you will, Hoots, kind of from your point of view as being the head coach for the Maple River Raiders?
Yeah, it's kind of exciting to see one team at least here from the going to be Class B system here coming up next year. But, you know, you got the heavyweights. All three of them are here, and that's kind of what everybody in the entire region for the last couple of years has been expecting, these three teams to be duking it out and who's going to be playing the championship game and who, unfortunately, has to play in this game here starting at 6 o'clock. But all four teams tonight have had spectacular seasons, and I'm really looking forward to the evening.
Yeah, let's preview quickly. Just give us a little taste of what the championship's going to bring. I mean, Central Cass, a team that's been there, done that before, but they got upset to the team they're playing here, and if the Crockett's obviously play well, but if a Josie Jensen and Ellie Lucas and Addie Russ, some of the role players step up, and we've seen that in this tournament at particular times. Well, the Squirrels, they have 6-7 seniors. They've been able to have a ton of varsity program experience. Northern Cass with just one with Hallie Crockett. What's a coaching matchup that you're looking forward to here later this evening in the title? I
think it's the size of Northern Cass and their ability to defend at the rim so impressively between all of the size they got. But Josie's made such a big impact, I'd say essentially since Christmas. She blocks, it's got to be 4, 5, 6 shots a game, and that doesn't even come close to how many she impacts. You know, girls are pulling up 6, 7 feet shorter where they would normally go just because of her presence at the rim. So it's going to be exciting to see the pace that Central Cass wants to play with. It involves full court pressure versus the pace that Northern Cass wants to play with, which involves getting turnovers in the half court and then turning and running and going that way. So it's going to be an interesting. They both want to play fast, but they play different ways getting to that speed.
He's Nathan Hoots. I'm Chase Miller. Joey Hughes are in the camo. We'll take a quick time out. We come back after this. We'll hear from the head coach of the Kindred Vikings, Sam Brandt. Then we'll hear from Randy Steerstead. Get to our player profile, starting lineups, and more. That's all ahead of the opening tip. It's the last night of the Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament from the Shield Center on your live event.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a local golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
If you want help from a firm that has integrity and respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the betterment of the community, look no farther than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys has dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, Natick, Page, and Castleton. Or view our website, www.onsteadlaw.com. Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 16th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 75 of the region's highest quality Red Angus bulls. The sale will be broadcast on DV Auction, and you can request a catalog today. Email gjrangus@feltontel.net or call 701-361-3189. Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 16th. We'll see you at the bull sale. For more information, visit jacobsonredangus.com.
Join us now, head coach for the Kindred Vikings, that is Sam Brandt. And Sam, you're going to this third place game. You're going to honor three seniors one more time here in Charlie, Casey, and Aiden. Let's just start about them. It's their final 32 minutes wearing this Kindred blue. What have they meant to this program over their tenure here with Kindred?
They mean a ton. You know, every senior does. They always leave an imprint on your program. You know, Casey's been in this program since an 8th grader. You know, Charlie since 9th grade, and Aiden was new this year. So they all have different imprints as they stayed through the years and along the way. So the biggest thing for these kids, these underclassmen, is to take what they've learned from them and never let it die. You know, it's keep the legacy on.
And you mentioned legacy, final game and what we know as Class B Region 1. So how much talk have you talked about the future with those younger kids, with those kids that are going to be coming up to say, yeah, we're going to play against certain teams, but now we're going to see a different brand that maybe we haven't seen in recent years? Have you had that conversation yet, Sam?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, after Wednesday afternoon, it was more of a, you know, we've got a lot to learn. You know, we've got a lot to work on. We're really, really young. Our future's really bright, you know, but you have two choices. This can be motivation, or it can be something that just holds you back for the next couple of years. And I think we all know what I would like, you know, and it's really kind of up to them as far as what they want their legacy to be. So I hope that game on Wednesday is motivation for their future.
How bittersweet is this when you get to this third place game? I mean, you're so ready to play in championships, whether it's regionals, districts back in the day, or, you know, state championships. But how bittersweet is it with the three seniors, it being Class B one more time, kind of the swan song here for Region 1, Sam?
Yeah, it's really bittersweet. You know, there's a lot of teams that don't get to play today. You know, and these guys have an opportunity to end on a win and end on a game that's really loose and exciting and fun, and that's the reason why we play. You know, so for them to come out and leave with the win is exactly the way I would love to have it for them today.
Hey, Sam, as always, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck here against Sargent County.
Yeah, thanks, Chase.
That again, Sam Brandt, head coach of the Kindred Vikings, will continue on our pregame show after this.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We are less than 90 days until spring planting. 90 days. Are you ready? Is your maintenance plan in place? Do you have parts on hand? Are any upgrade options decided on and purchased? We can help. Spring will be here before you know it, and we will help you meet the challenge. Contact RDK Enterprises at planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com.
Team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
Take a good look at Hillsboro. You probably know that the people are friendly, and you know about the quality of healthcare available at Sanford Medical Center. Maybe you've been to the Hillsboro Sports Complex to cheer on the Burros. Look at the businesses on Hillsboro's Main Street. The Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation provides financial help to local child care providers, and they're interested in supporting local businesses. For more information, contact the Hillsboro Economic Development Corporation at growhillsboroND.com.
You on our pregame show here, part of our Coach's Corner. Joining us now from the Sargent County Bulldogs, that is Randy Searsit. And Randy, let's just talk about the seniors. You got 4 of them on this program. What do they mean to the program and, getting over that hump, so to speak, in the quarterfinals? And last year here in Region 1, having a chance to finish third place, what have they meant?
Yeah, this is the first crew that I had, too, that has gone through starting since freshman year. This is my 4th year in coaching, and so they mean a lot to me, starting as freshmen, growing up. Got that monkey off her back on Monday, winning the quarterfinal round and getting that win under it. But more than likely, we're going to be coming out just playing for pride and having fun and work hard. We always emphasize attitude and effort with the girls, too, and Jamie's really come around and being that leader with that group of seniors, too, and on and off the court with the younger girls, too. So.
What would it mean to finish with the win here, to go out in style, so to speak, and what we know as Region 1 is next year you'll be in Class B District 1 and go back to district mode? What would it mean to beat the Kindred Vikings here tonight?
Yeah, most definitely. We laid an egg against them right after Christmas break when we played them earlier in Milner. We could have done a little better, I think, against the press. Turned it over quite a bit, too, but I think we can do a better job at that. And we did it on Tuesday against, but you look at these teams, Central Cass, Kindred, and Northern Cass, too. They're good competitive teams, and we're going to miss them from region play, too. We've gotten to know them and gotten to play them. They're kind of, little rivals with us, too, and so we want to try to beat them and have bragging rights, so to speak, too, because we might not see them for a while, if at all, for the future. So.
Last thing for you, Randy, before we let you go, how much have you talked about the future with the girls, talking with those juniors and freshmen and sophomores about what next year kind of offers, and how much bittersweet is this kind of a game at the end of the day, too?
Yeah, we're kind of keeping track and tabs on Region 3 right now. Watching their tournament play and, seeing those other teams that we're going to be eventually playing here in district and region play as well. Juniors and the sophomores, we got a good potential coming back. A lot of athletic girls coming back too, and just losing mainly Jamie in playing time. So it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of good potential in the future, and I hope for good things in the off season to still improve and try to work on things too.
Hey, Randy, as always, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here tonight.
Thank you, sir. Chase. Have a good one.
That again, Randy Searsit with the Sargent County Bulldogs. Will continue on our pregame show after this.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
Folks, it's tax season, and the best way to teach your kids about taxes is by eating 30% of their ice cream. And the best way to learn about your tax situation is contacting Olson Accounting. They'll answer any question you have from an individual or business point of view. Let Olson Accounting set up your tax plan and eliminate any problems by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
The Milner Public School District has a long history of academic, artistic, and athletic achievement and is proud of the programs and education environment offered. A fully accredited educational system, Milner Public School District operates 2 separate school buildings, including Sundale Colony School. Over 85%, that's right, 85% of the graduates of Milner High School attend some form of post-secondary educational institution. You can find more information on the Milner Public School District online at milner.k12.nd.us. The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
A reminder, the broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Chase Miller, Nathan Hoots, as you're seeing Sargent County warming up here, getting some shots in on one side of the court, the same with the Kindred Vikings. Hoots, let's start with Sargent County. You played against them to end the regular season. You played against them to start the Region 1 tournament in the quarterfinals as well. So you got a really inside scouting report on Coach Searsted's Bulldogs team. 4 seniors that they're going to have in a starting lineup here, but what makes Sargent County a difficult team and a difficult matchup for anybody across Region 1 here this season?
They might be the most physical team in the entire region. What they lack in some skill in some areas, they make up for in physicality and hustle. And it's something that, starts from the top down. Coach Searsted's got to be really impressed with how hard their team plays, no matter what the situation is, who they're playing. Their physicality from the jump is something that my team struggled with and several teams around the region have struggled with this year.
And this is going to be one of those things for the Bulldogs, 14-8 on the season, trying to get to 15 wins. Season's done. Class B, District 1, Maple River will still be rivals with them, but Kindred will not. We'll go from there to the Kindred Vikings now, a team that, for 8 years running coming into this tournament, was at least runner-up or Region 1 champ. This program hasn't played in a third-place game in quite some time here in terms of Region 1. The Vikings also looking to pick up their 15th win of the season with a W here tonight, 14-8 on the year, head coach by Sam Brandt. And they have 3 seniors in Charlie, Casey, and Aiden that they're going to honor. But at the end of the day, I think for Sam Brandt's team, she's had a load of talent for quite some time. And I know their old adage is, well, you got talent, so it's easy to coach, right? And yes, they've had success and they won championships, but this year they still have talent, but now it's talent 1 through 8, 1 through 9, 1 through 10 that we've seen this season for Coach Sam Brandt.
They might be the deepest team in the region this year. They don't have those top 2 that scare every single person and everybody knows their name from Region 1 to Region 8 like they have the past 4 or 5 years. But their depth and their guard play and their wings are so incredibly good. They shoot well. If they shoot well, there aren't many teams, not just in Region 1 but across the state, that could beat them on any given night, and they've proven it with how many quality wins they have outside of our region. It's just unfortunate with the top-end talent that we have in our region with Northern Cass and Central Cass that a team of their quality can't be playing in the 7:30 game tonight instead of the 6 o'clock game. But like you said, Coach Brandt, for years it's like, how good of a coach is she? She's got so much talent. Well, if you know coaching and if you know basketball, she's a good coach, and she's proven it really, really well this year.
And that is, again, Nathan Hoots. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, what's going on across the rest of the state? 6 champs in the regions, 2 still to come, 1 tonight here in Region 1 and 1 in Jamestown in Region 3. We'll get to that in a moment as we continue on our pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Anderson Seed Farms is a certified seed conditioning plant and is set up to do commercial custom seed cleaning for large seed companies or family farms. They seed Dairyland seed corn, soybeans, and alfalfa alongside Westbred certified spring wheat and public spring wheat seed varieties. At Anderson Seed Farms, they don't sell a product that they wouldn't grow on their own farm. Anderson Seed Farms, located in Foreman. For more information, go online to andersonseedfarms.com. That's andersonseedfarms.com.
Inching closer to the starting lineups in the opening tip here from the Shield Center. Chase Miller, Nathan Hoots, and Joey Hughes with you here. And as we take a look across the other regions, the only other region that hasn't crowned a champ yet outside of Region 1 is Region 3. That'll be at the Jamestown Civic Center. No titles between Linton HMB as their co-op and Edgeley Cullum Hillier. So it's either EKM or Linton HMB to go back-to-back, and that'll be at the Jamestown Civic Center. Region 2, Thompson over Grafton by 10 points. It's the night state tournament appearance in program history for the Tommies, but they have never won a state championship. Region 4, Langdon, 6th consecutive year. They have 2 state titles, most recently in 2020. Mandan Garrison took down Shiloh, so the Troopers made it to state in volleyball. They're making it to state in basketball, but they have 0 state titles. Minot, rugby, back in state again. They've been at state 5 times since 2016, but 0 state titles. A Region 7, Bowman County, first time since the 90s that they've been able to make it back to state and try to win a state championship, that is. And Region 8, Kenmare Bullbells, the Honkers have been there now 3 consecutive seasons. So hoots for the teams that have made it. Is there anyone that stands out? Because in recent years it felt like it was Kindred and everybody else last year. 2 years ago it kind of felt like, okay, Grafton's probably going to get to the championship. Can anybody beat them? We felt like we've had really top heavy hitters. Thompson very much so is that kind of caliber team, but I feel like this is the most open a state tournament kind of feels outside looking in maybe in recent years.
Yeah, this is really exciting just to look at all the records of the teams that have qualified for state already. Almost everyone's got 2 losses between Thompson and Garrison and Rugby and Bowman and Kenmare, all with 2 losses. And then obviously we have a heavy hitter that's going to come out of Region 1 and kind of a, an underdog, you might say, out of Region 3 coming with Edgeley Cullum or Linton. But either way, really exciting to see the teams that are there, some blue bloods that have been there in the past, but some new bloods coming in. It's exciting for the, kind of the finale of this Class B.
And how about this? There's no parochial schools for some people in Class B. Also, there's really not a lot of state championships. Right. Like someone's going to win potentially their first ever state championship in the final Class B ever. So there's a lot of cool storylines coming into this one.
If Central Cass qualifies and wins tonight, you could say they probably have the most state experience out of the whole crew. You could argue Kenmare with their last couple of years as well. So there's a lot of teams that are going to be doing this for the first time, especially in a couple of years.
Northern Cass hasn't made it to state since 05. They're looking for their first state tournament, a 4th state tournament appearance. Well, to Nathan's point, Central Cass, they've been there 7 times in 2020, 2021, but 4 times they finished as a state runner-up. They've never won the state championship, so someone's trying to get off the schneid a little bit later on. When we come back, we'll take a look at our keys to victory ahead of the opening tip in the starting lineup between the Bulldogs and the Vikings. It's the Region 1 third-place game before the championship on your live events.
Bank of North Dakota wants you to be confident when it's time to make student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident to calculate the maximum amount of student loan debt that is recommended based on your career choice. You can also learn how to apply for financial aid and get tips to cut education expenses. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident today.
The Benedictine Living Community in Ada is currently hiring for the following positions: Director of Nursing, full-time exempt position; CNA, full and part-time, need not be certified to apply, will train you; Resident Assistant, full-time assisted living position; and RN LPN charge nurse, full-time days and overnights. For more information, log on to blcada.org/jobs or call 218-784-5500. Consider a career with the Benedictine Living Community in Ada.
Final segment before we get to the opening tip. Nathan Hoots, what are your keys to victory here in this third-place game, or what is a matchup that you're going to be looking forward to the most here between the Bulldogs and the Vikings?
I think it's a big contrast in style. Kindred wants to get up and down the floor. Their speed is what has led them to so many wins this year and caused so much chaos for all the opposing teams. But, Sargent County, as I said before, their physicality. So it's the speed versus the physicality. if Sargent County can get this into a half-court type of game where they're playing in that set and they can get to that mid-range spot where they love to get to, I would say advantage to the Bulldogs, but Kindred dictates tempo so well. They play the game and they force you into their style. You'll see that from the opening tip, I assume, right away from Coach Brandt's team.
Yeah, and Coach Brandt's team will see their starting lineup in a moment after the Star Spangled Banner here in the National Anthem. Also the same for Sargent County. The Bulldogs going a little bit different, more honoring their seniors right off the bat, which is sometimes what you'll see in this third-place game. And a reminder, get ready for the 10 Best Daves of Summer at the Red River Valley Fair going on July 7th through the 16th. Grandstand entertainment includes Dan and Shay, Shinedown, Jelly Roll, Leonard Skinner, and also newly inserted Flow Rider. Tickets on sale now. Buy your tickets online and save money at the door by going to RedRiverValleyFair.com. That again is RedRiverValleyFair.com. After the conclusion of this game, we'll get to the Region 1 Championship, Northern Cast, Central Cast. Also, make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show for coverage with player and coaches interviews. Who's going to be the All-Region Team, Senior Athlete, Coach of the Year, AD of the Year. We'll get to all that later on. But first things first, we'll take a break. Starting lineups and the opening tip of the third-place game is next from the Shield Center.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a four-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like, every time I go to a meeting, like, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow in the new space and move forward with excellence.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a local golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities, there hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the agronomy centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273.
As we get ready here for the starting lineups and the opening tip from the Shield Center between the Sargent County Bulldogs at 14-8 and the Kindred Vikings at 14-8. Let's go to our public address announcer for the starting lineups first for Sargent County.
A 5'5" senior, number 12, Leilani Ringer. A 5'6" senior, number 15, Jamie Bope. A 5'4" senior, number 20, Isabella Ferderer. A 5'10" junior, number 24, Hallie Nelson. And a 5'8" senior, number 42, Lily Wolf. The Bulldogs are coached by Randy Serstead, assisted by Hunter Bussman and Katie Bixby. And now the starting lineup for the Kindred Vikings. A 5'6" senior number 0, Charlie McQuillan. A 5'3" junior number 3, Peyton Getty. A 5'11" junior number 4, Avery Bartels. A 5'8" senior number 10, Casey Berner. And a 5'7" freshman number 14, Layla Eisenchenk. The Vikings are coached by Sam Brandt, assisted by Tennille Bacco, Ashley Fonhorst, and Danny Sanders.
That again is our starting lineups here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard between the Kindred Vikings and the Sargent County Bulldogs. It's the Region 1 third place contest between Sargent County and Kindred. And what could be the final time these two teams potentially meet for a while, as Class B will be Sargent County, Class A will be Kindred, Double A, at least on the eastern side of the state. You don't have to travel much. It's Fargo, West Fargo, and Grand Forks in coming years here, Nathan Hoots.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see the difference in how tournaments and how the entire regular season plays out with the new format we have coming up next year.
And Chase Miller, Nathan Hoots, Joey Hughes with you here for this third place game, the championship game. Joe Morgan will be on the call for you on that one between Central Cass and Northern Cass. We get this one tipped up just after the 6 o'clock hour on a Friday night to welcome you into the weekend here inside the Shield Center. Casey Berner, left-hand side, will handle it left wing as the Bulldogs, clad in their dark blue uniforms, out with a man pressure defense. Berner inside the paint, and good hands by Jamie Bope to get the opening turnover. Jamie Bope, part of the 4 seniors here in the starting lineup for Sargent County. Nelson is the one that's not. She's a junior, and she's going to be a tough matchup next year with her and Cadoon on the inside for the Bulldogs. With it now, top of the key is Ringer. Right-hand side back to Bope. Shot clock to 15 seconds. Bope looking for a pass on the inside, out of play, and back-to-back turnovers. Trying to find your footing here in this third place game is always the one thing talking with coaches. It's not the game that you wanted to be in. Also, because of Mother Nature this week, it got delayed 24 hours than what it was supposed to. Jumper, Eisenchenk off the front iron, and a rebound coming underneath here to Jamie Bope.
Be interesting to see what kind of defense. Sargent County usually has been playing a lot of 1-2-2 zone recently, but with the change up in the starters, just playing a simple man here to begin.
Vikings will continue in their man pressure defense. Bope right wing with it, looking to rip it through, up and over on the pass now to Nelson. Double team comes, Nelson turns, and we'll have a foul. Coming down on her was Casey Berner, and that'll be Casey's first, team's first, and going to the line as a 74% free throw shooter in Nelson. Nelson with 23 points, 11 rebounds so far here for Hallie in the tournament. Free throw attempt number 1 is good. Second free throw attempt upcoming so far early on, looking to get Nelson a post touch here for the Bulldogs. Second one is going to rattle off the mark, and a rebound coming down to Kindred here in Avery Bartels. Quickly up the other end, the floor goes Kindred. Left-handed layup missed by Eisenchenk. It's going to go off her left hand and back now to Sargent County.
Tell you what, baseline to baseline, I don't think there's a faster player in our entire region than Peyton Getty. It's amazing how quick she is.
Yeah, I would not want to see her in a 50-meter dash, that is for sure. Bope threads the needle here with the pass to Ringer. Then Ringer, well, speaking of Getty, there she is. Getty leads a 2-on-1. Bounce pass the other way to a senior, McQuillan for 2. So Getty, the 5'3" junior guard with the assist. Jamie Bope looking to take a ball screen. Here comes a double team now to Nelson. Nelson able to get it over the outstretched arms that time of Getty. Right-hand side will be Isabella. Jumpers and be off the mark. No, put back, good for 2.
Seems like that's kind of a program focus for the Bulldogs offensive rebounding. It's been their strength all year long, and it kind of goes all the way through top to bottom.
McQuillan goes the other way. She's got all 4 points here for Kindred. On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage, sharing their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. Nelson gets cut off by Berner here. Nelson looking for a pass, finds it now to Bope. Bope at the left of the key will set up the offense here as both Coach Searstead and Coach Sam Brandt already off their bench. Jumper, Nelson off the back tab long. Rebound coming out to Peyton Getty. And look at the afterburners. Getty trying to beat Nelson, and Hallie will bring up the foul. Nelson will pick up her first. At the free throw line will be Getty, a 50% free throw shooter. And we'll see both teams make a handful of substitutions coming into the game here as Getty misses the first. The Vikings will send on the floor Kennedy Bacco. Also checking in is going to be Tess Rohrbeck. Check that, Amelia Eisenchank. Well, for the Sargent County Bulldogs, they'll get kind of back to their normal starting five here as Emma Bixby, the 5'3 sophomore. Cadoon will check in Ashlyn Sundquist as well on the floor for the Bulldogs, and with them is Amber Karen. Sundquist is able to get the rebound.
It's kind of the matchup I wanted to see here with Bixby and Getty going up against each other, two undersized but lightning quick guards.
This will be top to Bixby. As you mentioned, Bixby with a step through. Getty trying to see and force her to the left-hand side. Cadoon at the free throw line here. There's Peyton Getty as she got her hand on the basketball. The steal will come down with Casey Berner. Berner the other way goes to Getty inside on the rip through off the window for two. The 5'3 guard able to take it right to the 10. 6-3 Kindred. Thanks in part to a couple of steals by Peyton Getty and 2 points and assist. Cadoon looking on the inside. That'll be to Sundquist. Sundquist looking to get over a defender. This one will work as a pass, and high off the window is Amber Kerr.
Once again, working the offensive glass. The Bulldogs do that so well.
Second chance opportunities here for Sargent County. McQuillan deep range three-pointer from the college range. This will hit the deck and will have a jump ball. The arrow will favor the Sargent County Bulldogs as Sierra Nipstead will check in for Peyton Getty. 6-5 right now. Kindred with the lead with 4:32 left to play in the opening quarter. Cadoon with the basketball. Double team comes, able to give it to Nelson. Swings it now to Bixby. High post touch, Cadoon. 15-footer off the front iron. This one going to go out of play, and it will stay with Sargent County.
It's been such a lost art. You don't see a whole lot of 10 to 15-foot jump shots in any level of basketball anymore, but Sargent County does such a good job of manufacturing those and getting quick looks out of that spot.
As Aiden Hans will check into the game now here for Kindred, one of the three seniors for the Vikings with McQuillan and Berner. Bixby fires a pass interior. That's going to be a nice find for Bixby to the inside for two. Ellie Nelson now with 3 points. Other side, we're going to have Amelia Eisenchank with a traveling violation. Second turnover here on Kindred. About the opening 4 minutes, Nathan Hoots, both teams kind of settling in nicely here to this third place game.
Has been a lot of pressure from Kindred. That's kind of been the only way they've scored thus far. It's been transition points for Kindred and second chance points for Sargent County.
Bixby in the front court here, leaves it right-hand side to Nelson. Nelson to the baseline, as that was going to be hands of Care, almost lost it. Man pressure defense continues by Kindred. Left-hand side is Cadoon. Cadoon looking for the high post touch to Sundquist. This one's going to be off of her hands, and it's still loose underneath, and ball will be out of play, and that'll be the fourth turnover on Sargent County. Bulldogs came in averaging 55, but giving up 47. Well, for the Vikings, averaging 61 points per game, while defensively giving up 51. And both teams got some youthful players, including the one handling the point right now in Sierra Nipstead for Kindred.
That kid has an extremely bright future. It's just a seventh grader. I have one of my own, and to see them go back and forth against each other is, yeah, it's a lot of fun seeing kids that are 13 years old playing this well on this stage.
Jumper is good here by Berner off the window as Kindred regains the edge by one here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Cadoon able to spin on the baseline here. Nice looking move to get by Berner, unable to finish, but Cadoon stays with it. Jumper fade away from 6, unable to go, and Aiden Hans gets it on the inside.
You know, speaking of youth, Cadoon is just a freshman for Sargent County. She is going to be a terror for District 1 here coming up next year.
Jumper's off the mark there at the top of the key, rebounded by Nelson. Yeah, there's just a lot of really good, talented players coming back, and here's another one. She's maybe an elder statesman, but Nelson now with 5 as a junior. Right-hand side, Jumper, Bacco coming, rattles it in. Kennedy Bacco with the triple.
Do not want to let them get warm here. It could turn into a rout in a hurry with how well they shoot the ball.
That's what they were able to do in their quarterfinal round victory here for Kindred. Got up early against Tri-State because they hit 5 threes in the opening half. Nelson lost it for a moment. Right-hand side, Cadoon looking to back down Bacco. Cadoon rips it through, able to get the ball right back. Cadoon walking into a double team of pressure. Shot clock down to single digits now. Sundquist, Bixby leaves it to Care. Baseline jumper, got it to go. Care now with 4. Very patient in the half court there with Sargent County, Nathan.
That's exactly what they want. If they can get it in and drain that clock down to under 15 and then get a good look there in that 10 to 12 foot range, they're going to have good success.
Picking up the foul will be Amber Kerr on the drive of Burner. Her first and the team's second. Have a line change for Kindred as McQuillan will check back in. Getty alongside with her. We have Eisenschenk, that's Layla. Going to see Bartels in and Tess Rohrbeck.
It's such an advantage for teams that can just shuttle in, 5 out with all the depth that they have.
McQuillan, that one's going to rattle off the front of the rim, but gets the ball right back here for the senior. She's had herself a nice tournament and season. Eisenschenk, the freshman, nice step through off the window for 2 for Layla.
Impressive footwork by the young lady right there. That was very good.
High off the window, that's a move that you teach and you hope that they continue to refine, and she's just a freshman. Speaking of a freshman, Cadoon rattles it in from the right of the key for 3.
She adds that to her game consistently. She's going to be a terror for the next 3 years.
Her 14th made 3 of the season. Eisenschenk wants an answer. That one will rattle out. Bixby gets the rebound here for the Bulldogs. As we get to 60 seconds left in the opening quarter on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Left-hand side, Sundquist. Oh, what a teardrop runner here by the sophomore, Ashlyn Sundquist.
Not a whole lot of, she's got a lot of skill that I think is untapped. She's an extremely hard worker. She's been on the floor about 3 times already, but in the open floor, she's really good.
McQuillan goes up, gets fouled. A 60% free throw shooter will go to the line, where Kindred so far is 0 for 2 today. The foul comes on Cadoon, her first and the team's third. Bulldogs so far with 5 players in the scoring column, while for Kindred also with 5. Free throw is good by McQuillan. This is one where you're wondering how both teams would kind of fare. Did you have school? Didn't you have school? It's kind of been the question all week. Are you going to get to practice? When are you going to play? Kindred played last on Wednesday. Well, for Sargent County, last played on Tuesday. Second one's going to be off the mark and a board here with Sundquist up the floor. That's going to be a turnover. And sometimes you wonder that inconsistent schedule, Hoots, how it affects a team, particularly at the high school range, where you always hear structure is good, right?
Yeah, exactly. And anytime you don't get to have practice the day before a game, which is, I guess I can't say for certain what these guys got to do the last couple days, but we didn't have school the last 2 days. So if you don't get to have that, like you said, that structure and that process going into your game, it can be a problem.
As Sargent County right now up by 2, they will regain possession of the ball if they can get a defensive stop here after Getty trying to go back door and throws it off the left shoe of Jamie Bope, as we'll stay with Kindred. With it now is Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk coming through that elevator screen is McQuillan. McQuillan looking for the ankle cross here. Able to rip it through now left of the key. With it, it's going to be Tess Rohrbeck. Finds McQuillan, left pocket 3, rattles in. Charlie McQuillan now with 8. Her third made 3 of the tournament to boot. Kindred up by 1. Nice flowing offense so far from both teams. Which team can get the defensive stop is the question. Both left-hand side, Nelson to Bixby. They got to get the shot up before the buzzer. That lips out, and that's how we'll end our first quarter of play on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's the Kindred Vikings up by 1.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all, from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136. Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
As we continue here on our Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament, Chase Miller, Nathan Hoots with you here from the Shield Center as we get an inside look here on Layla Eisenschenk courtside, just like how Nathan and I are seeing the game for you here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Bring you camera angles when you can use them, Nathan, just like you got to work the angles when you're trying to drive to the rim. Speaking of angles, backdoor burner off the window for 2.
Nice transition there.
Burner now with 4. I heard Bill Russell say in his documentary that I was watching on Netflix the other day that he was using geometry with his San Francisco and future teammate in Boston, and they would say they would use geometry on the basketball court because it was a game of angles and runs.
Absolutely is. The better you understand that geometry, the better chance you have of being great.
This one comes across the way. Good job by Jamie Bope hustling back defensively. Third turnover. Well, then Kindred gets it right back like a hungry piranha. And then Jamie Bope able to come back after the steal on the bounce pass with Getty. Then Bope had reverse pirouettes, and we'll have a Bank North timeout. We'll break with him. This timeout brought to you in part by our friends at Bank North here 50 seconds into the second quarter.
The dedicated staff at Weimar Auto provides service and repair on cars, tractors, and trucks. In addition to auto and truck service, Weimar Auto is a CarQuest auto parts dealer. Plus, check out their selection of Alto's lawnmowers or bring your Alto's lawnmower for service. Weimar Auto is also a fast sprayer dealer as they carry and sell sprayer parts and storage tanks. For shop hours specials or CarQuest auto products, go online to WeimarAuto.com. Weimar Auto, located at 500 Highway 13 West in Weimar.
Timeouts throughout the Region 1 basketball tournament brought to you in part by our friends at Bank North as they offer the perfect sync for your busy life with their online banking and mobile app store. It's values-based banking without ever slowing down. Member FDIC and proud supporter of their communities with Bank North as we get you a courtside look here. And get back to game action on top of the Shield Center. It's the Region 1 girls basketball third place game. Central Cast, Northern Cast to come in the championship. This one on the interior. We're going to have a steal for a steal. Nelson now will handle it the other side. Jumper by Cadoon, no good. Rebound, though, by Jamie Bope. Bope left-hand side now to Cadoon, and I think you're starting to develop a theme here, Nathan, with the second chance opportunities. We'll have a jump ball possession. We'll stay with Sargent County, but the Bulldogs, they've done it really well here when they win this season as second, third, fourth chance opportunities.
Yeah, sitting in that seat over there where Coach Searstead was on Monday, that was just, it was so frustrating because every time you thought you had a good defensive possession, they'd rip one away from you and they'd have 2 points.
Right-hand side as this one will go on the baseline here. Getting the ball right back now will be Newstill. Left wing to Bope. Bope wants to shoot it. High arching. Rainbow tickles the twine. The lefty, Jamie Bope, with her 9th three-pointer of the season.
It's not something that you really game planning for. You're usually trying to just take away her left hand in the drive, but she can certainly shoot it.
High arching rainbow. Speaking of a rainbow, McQuillan with the answer. Oh, she finds a pot of gold here as we get ready for a march coming up around the corner.
Certainly starting to heat up here. Better start closing out on the shooters a little quicker.
McQuillan with her second three-pointer here of the evening. Nelson right-hand side step through jumper. That's off the back tab, no. Good backside board by Berner. Berner in transition to Eisenchenk. Eisenchenk trying to beat Cadoon down the floor with the left-hand layup for two.
Tremendous job in transition from Kindred there. Only a couple dribbles, a couple great passes. Turns into a layup.
Speaking of geometry, that's how you break a press.
Exactly right.
Cadoon thought going back door, gets a jumper off the mark. Rebound here goes to Eisenchenk, her first. Layla in the front court looking, finds Berner. Berner walks into a pass. It'll be off Cadoon's hands, and it'll stay here with the Kindred Vikings as they'll make a line change. While Bixby will come on the floor with Amber Karen Wolf here for, Ashlyn Sundquist here for Sargent County. Also tonight, Region 3, Linton HMB going up against Edgeley Cullomont-Pillier. That's the only other region in the state that has yet to crown a champion outside of Region 1. Both will be crowned tonight, and then we'll find out who gets seeded where for the State B Girls Basketball Tournament. That'll be going on in mine. We'll have audio-only coverage of the Region 1 and Region 2 champions. So Thompson and to be determined with the Squirrels and the Jags. Jump ball this time, it favors Kindred. Do you like the seeds in Class B as we see it right now, Hoots? Would you rather see them seed all 8, or you like the top 5 in the random draw?
I'd rather see all 8. I think, they kind of say, oh, we don't want the 8th seed to feel bad. You're at state. Stop it. No, you're fine. If you're the 8th seed, then you get an opportunity to upset the number 1 seed. That's my opinion.
Yeah, who wants to be Maryland, Baltimore County as the 16, right?
Exactly. You're in the dance. That's all you can ask for.
Avery Bartels gets her first field goal here of the evening. And the Kindred Vikings, this is their largest lead right now on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, +7 at the 5-minute mark as we got 5 minutes left in this first half. Left-hand side for Sargent County. They'll leave it back up top to Bixby. Bixby gets cut off there by Nipstead. Left wing now here goes to Nelson. Nelson with it. Coming back up top is Sundquist as Sundquist looks to reverse it. right wing to Bixby as they pick on the interior for Kerr. Kerr almost lost it on the baseline. Power dribble. Nelson block shot. Oh, getting up for that one was Baco. Other side, though, was Cadoon for the steal, and Cadoon will get the transition. No, Nelson put back good for two.
It's a big score there for the Bulldogs. They were getting a little, starting to run away with it a little bit, the Vikings were, but that was a big stop.
Other side, Amelia Eisenschenk with the dish. Nipstead right at the key. Knuckler three-pointer off the left of the rim. No good, and then it's going to be a rebound here to Carly Cadoon, her second. Bulldogs right now a bucket to make it a one-possession game. Nice little hesitation. Spin, oh, and it rattles in for Sundquist.
That's an excellent move. Haven't seen that much from her yet this year, but that was really well done.
Oh, left to right, bring out the dancing shoes. Right-hand side. Amelia Eisenschenk takes a ball screen here. Backdoor, nice look. Baco gets it up and we'll have a foul. Bixby got enough of the arm here, and Emma's going to be the guilty party, her first.
Not too often you called it 5-2 or whatever she is there on a blocking foul underneath the hoop.
I'm going to say that too terribly often.
I think Coach Searstead was looking up to see if the replay showed any different, but he's not finding it.
No, not going to see a replay here inside the Shield Center, but you're used to that watching games in the Shack with NDSU. Dave Richmond's team picked up a big win yesterday. Got another game coming up here tomorrow inside the Shield Center. As in the free throw there was Kennedy Baco. She goes 1 of 2 from the stripe. Then we're going to get a timeout. We'll break as well. Time on the floor brought to you in part by our friends at Bank North. We'll break with them. 3:41 left to play in the first half.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Your local Castleton agents, Scott Kramer and Tyler Wasleen, wish the Squirrels the best of luck this postseason.
When it comes to farming, Green Iron Equipment is a slam dunk.
Our sales team will give you a one-on-one experience when looking for a new piece of machinery.
Our service department will guard your equipment against breakdowns and keep you running the entire season.
Use Green Iron Equipment to assist you with your data in the John Deere Operations Center.
We've got all the right parts to beat the competition.
Good luck to all teams from Green Iron Equipment.
As we're back here, timeouts again brought to you in part by our friends at Bank North. They can handle your banking requests anytime with all their accounts from their mobile app to online banking. Visit ibanknorth.com. That again is ibanknorth.com. As we get ready for this ball to get back in here, Bixby left-hand side is Sundquist. Gives it back up top to Kerr as they reverse it around the horn. Both teams shooting very efficient so far in this first half of play. Cadoon thought about a three-pointer. She's already hit one today. Up and over on the pass. Good front there by Bartels for the steal. This one goes right into media rows. Well, they've had that happen a couple of times. But so far, the good thing is, Hoots, no one has completely came in and knocked us off our rocker, and these do have wheels for the press box.
Just glad the camera hasn't got hit either.
Hey, one of my camera guys will say that's an announcer's jinx, so we'll see if that happens. Cadoon, jumper, got it! Cadoon, what's she going to be a problem for the next 3 years for Sargent County?
Being able to score from all three levels. If she can, like I said earlier, expand out to the three-point line, the physicality that she plays with and being able to score off offensive rebounds, she's going to be special.
Left-hand side for Kindred. This one will go left wing. Ball gets skipped. Nipstead open. Right wing triple. High arching three. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Nipstead with the triple.
You can tell based on her reaction, she's done that a time or two in her life.
Been there, done that as a 7th grader. That's frightening. Here goes Bixby. Runner is going to be off the mark. Rebound comes to Baco. Baco reverse on the transition now. Right-hand side of Eisenschenk. Feed the runner. Baco. Teardropper can't get it to go. Rebound hustled 4 and 1 by Bixby. 2:25 before we take a look at our first half numbers. Also, Sargent County, Kindred, both with monster boys basketball games coming up tomorrow in Region 1. This one on the interior. Cadoon able to spin on the inside. Jumper is going to be off the mark. Rebound here to the Kindred Vikings. Now it's going to be the other side. This one goes off the knee of Eisenschenk, and Bixby gets a steal. Sundquist going right to the paint. Right-handed scoop, and she will go to line. Foul will come across here. This will be on Avery Bartels. We have Avery Ammerman also into the game now for Kindred. That's just their second. 2 shots upcoming here for Sundquist.
Recently here, Sargent County's kind of decided to fight fire with fire by forcing turnovers and getting out in transition. It's resulted in cutting into this lead.
And the one thing that I like to see here, Hoots, is I'm looking around, and this is a third-place game. It's going to continue to fill for the championship, but it's probably the first time that we truly have the region tournament feel because of the weather here. So it's been nice to see other teams, and Northern Cass, Central Cass fans are filing in. We'll see some others as well throughout the night, but it's good to see that and get that environment feel here.
Yeah, the impressive teams that we have in this championship game deserve this atmosphere that they're going to get tonight.
McQuillan looking for the nice up and under. Left-handed shot off the mark. No rebound underneath. Stolen away by Jamie Bolp. And the Bulldogs, well, they're back within one possession. They want to cut it down to 1 or possibly tie. Bolp at the left wing. Jamie now to Nelson. Nelson looking for it on the interior here as they will handle this ball screen with care. Nelson lost it for a moment. Then we're going to have a reach and foul, but that's all right. Kindred's got a bevy of fouls to give. That'll be Getty's first and the team's third. Both teams right now with fouls to give. Sargent County with 4, while Kindred has 4 more to give. Left-hand side, Bope. Bope stop, pop, left block off the front iron. Follows it back up and then lost it on her way. And now it's going to be with Casey Berner up the other side to Peyton Getty, who gets fouled. And this could be on Bixby, and if it is, that's going to be your second. Bixby will pick up her second.
Yeah, the pace of this game has really picked up here in the last couple of minutes. It seems like every single possession is one pass outlet, and we're looking, something inside the paint in a hurry.
You don't need a shot clock in this game,
No.
rarely. Getty, free throw attempt is up and good. Second free throw attempt on the way here for the 5'3" junior. Also a really good cross-country standout here for the Kindred Vikings. Second right-handed toss is nothing but nylon. Did you ever play with chain-linked nets before?
Yeah, on the park that I grew up in, yes, it had chain links. But besides that, no.
I think that's about maybe the only thing sweeter is a chain link swish. There's a steal by Bixby. Bixby with it, walled off by Getty. Right-hand side now to Sundquist. Sundquist try to get a shot off from 18 feet now to Bope. And for the Bulldogs, they'll slow it up here. Down by 5 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Left-hand side, Cadoon. Cadoon left to the key to Nelson as they whip it around the horn to the baseline. Bope with another high-arching attempt. That one rattles out. Rebound, Nelson. Put back up for 2. No one boxed out the 5'10" junior. She's got 9.
Shot went up. I think she was outside the college three-point line. She caught it off the rim. That was unbelievably impressive the way she can track that ball.
Shots off the mark. Rebound comes down to Bope, her 5th of the game. Bixby, home run ball to Nelson. Nelson with it. Will pull up from 8, can't get it to go, but a rebound here by Sundquist, and now back to Bope. Bulldogs can tie with a triple or an and one before we get to the half. Largest lead is 7 for either squad, and Sundquist lost it, leaves it Cadoon. This to tie, book it. Cadoon with the triple. She's got 8, down to 7. Getty with 6. Getty finds Eisenchenk with 3. Getty, McQuillan for the answer 3. Got it to go! And that's how we'll end our first half of play. McQuillan, check the right hand. She's got 14 in her third made triple on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Kindred up by 3. A look at the first half numbers next.
If your car or farm equipment has a chip or scratch in the windshield, contact Hope Glass today. Whether it's removal and install on a combine to enhancing a 1967 Ford Classic, Hope Glass takes care of everything from chip repair, mobile glass, and custom cut glass. Say hi to Chris or Jack today by stopping up by Hope Glass in Hope, North Dakota, or call Chris at 701-866-8299, or dial up Jack at 314-566-7995 at Hope Glass.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
When we think March, we think crop insurance. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with IRE Insurance. We will be hosting a March farmer meeting to discuss the 2023 outlook, which will include examples using set spring MPCI prices and share strategies that are geared towards protecting your revenue and preserving your equity. Let us at IRE Insurance be your crop insurance partner. Join us for our meeting in Hillsborough on Thursday, March 2nd at 8 a.m. For location details, please visit our website at ireins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at IRE.
IRE Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
At the half, your Chase Miller, Nathan Hoots with you from the Shields Center. Joey Hughes running the camera. Nathan, what did you think of the opening of 16 minutes here? A good back and forth third place game that really feels like a track meet right now between the Vikings and the Bulldogs.
Hey, you never know what you're going to get when it comes into a third place game. You know, our team's kind of feeling sorry for themselves. Are they reminiscing about their entire career? But both teams came out. It seemed like they put their second round loss behind them and come out firing, and every shot that doesn't seem to be going in, the offensive rebounds are coming in flurries. So it's been a fun first half of basketball.
What do you make as an adjustment, or is there really any adjustments in this type of a game to make? Because as you said, there's really not quote-unquote plays. They're running set plays, but right now it's been a lot of transition game where there's no really offense for that, so to speak, or defensive set outside of stop the ball and then find your girl. It just seems like these two are kind of at courts plus at the Y, and you kind of have a rival that you don't like and you want to beat that team. That's how this game kind of feels like so far.
Yeah, it does kind of have that feel. I think if you're Kindred, Coach Brandt, you're probably just like, hey, if we can limit their offensive rebounds, we're probably up double digits right now instead of only up 3. And, if she's also probably saying, we take care of the ball. We probably got too many careless turnovers. It's tough to harp on kids on their last game of the year when, on those type of turnovers. And you can't get out hustled by a team that you have more skill than. And Sargent County, I'm sure they would admit it as well. They're not as talented as Kindred is, but they're outworking them right now, and that's what's keeping them in the game.
At the half, again, it's a 3-point edge for the Kindred Vikings on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We'll take a look at the first half numbers when we return here from the Shields Center.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Maple Valley Parents is a nonprofit organization whose main purpose is to promote, encourage, and support the Maple Valley students, teachers, and staff. MVP strives to strengthen and enhance the educational and social environment of the Maple Valley School District by providing opportunities for students, teachers, and parents to learn, socialize, communicate, and grow together. MVP Group welcomes anyone to join them in their mission. If you'd like to get involved or see upcoming events, check out the Maple Valley Parents Facebook page.
Mindak Market is located in the J.C. Penney wing in the West Acres Mall in Fargo with over 4,000 square feet of localness. Get ready for the Easter season and Mother's Day weekend with local products from North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota. From chippers, chocolates, jellies, and more, you can find it all at Mindak Market. Stop by the store to build your own gift packs or check out their website at mindakmarket.com. That's mindakmarket.com to shop and order online.
Let's take a look at the first half numbers right now between the Sargent County Bulldogs and the Kindred Vikings, as Kindred is back on the floor taking some shots. The Vikings 17 points in the first quarter. They had 18 in the second with 35. Vikings with 7 turnovers, 7 players in the scoring column, 4 of 8 from the foul line with 5 3-pointers. For Sargent County, 16 points in the first, 16 points in the second, 10 turnovers, 6 players in the scoring column, 3 of 4 from the stripe, and 3 threes for the Bulldogs. Kindred, led by the double digits of Charlie McQuillan, 3 threes, 14 points here for Charlie. From there, then, you got 4 points for Getty, 4 points with Kennedy Bacco, 4 for Berner, 4 for Layla Eisenshank, and then you have 2 points with Avery Bartels and a triple by Sierra Nipstead. For the Sargent County Bulldogs, they're led by the 9 points of Hallie Nelson, 8 points then with Corley Cadoon, 6 on the way for Ashlyn Sundquist, 4 points here for Amber Kerr, 3 on the way for Jamie Bope, and 2 points for Leilani Ringer. Sargent County 14-8 on the season. The same for the Kindred Vikings. Winner trying to improve and get to win number 15 here on the season. And a reminder still to come here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. It's the Region 1 Girls Basketball Championship between Central Cass and Northern Cass. That is slated to get underway at 7:30. And make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show of our championship game, where we will name the All-Region Team Senior Athlete Coach of the Year, AD of the Year, and more, and have a lot of post-game conversation. That's still all coming up. But at the half, on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's the Kindred Vikings up by 3. Second half action is next from the Shield Center on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Mobility Plus Rehabilitation, our mission is to provide exceptional physical and occupational therapy with highly skilled therapists who live in your community. Mobility Plus looks to minimize your pain and maximize mobility that quickly allows you to live the quality of life you desire. Your mobility is our top priority. To find a location near you or for more information, go online to mobilityplus.biz. That's mobilityplus.biz.
The Ringneck is the perfect stop for lunch or dinner in Leonard, North Dakota. They have a wide variety menu from burgers, wraps, steak, chicken, and seafood. For that small-town family-owned dining experience, check out the Ringneck today. To place an order ahead of time for takeout, call 701-645-2461. That's 701-645-2461. For more information and daily food specials, search the Ringneck on Facebook. That's the Ringneck in Leonard.
Your home for big-time racing is Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo, and the 2023 season will be their biggest yet. 6 classes of weekly racing each Friday night beginning May 5th, plus World of All Out late models on June 28th, World of All Out sprint cars on August 26th, plus the Sanders Stock Car Challenge, 2-night Howie Schill NLRA late model special, Big Iron Race, and much more on the schedule. Log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com for more information. Your home for big-time racing is Red River Valley Speedway in West Fargo.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Hi. As we come back here on our halftime show, as we get ready for this third quarter play, Hoots, what do you expect to see in the next 16 minutes of basketball here for this third place contest?
Hopefully a lot of up and down, a lot of threes, a lot of buckets. That's what the crowd wants. That's what I want.
We'll see if that continues here, because the first half, both teams played awfully well, particularly from an offensive standpoint. So now it's going to be who's going to be that defensive component to add into their game. Sargent County with 3 threes. Kindred had 5. That's combined 8 between the two teams. This one goes off the left shoe of Bartels, and it will stay on the end line. How much different is it, Nathan, too, playing from a court like this to a regular-sized court? I know Tower City's a little bit different because that's even a smaller yet. Do you notice it from a player point of view?
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're not as deep as teams like Kindred are. If you only play 1 or 2 subs, you're certainly going to notice it. You're starting to use timeouts just for breaks rather than momentum shifters. The width isn't as big a deal, but the length, you're adding a couple feet on each end. So, yeah, it's going to add a lot of miles on the legs.
Bixby inside. They can't get the shot off. It's going to be a turnover or a shot clock violation regardless. Turnover number 11 here on the Sargent County Bulldogs. Still to come once we get to a modified post-game show. Our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, RDK Enterprises Feature Precision Play of the Match, and a whole lot more. That's all coming up on our modified post-game show as we get you ready for that championship between the Jags and the Squirrels. But right now, who's going to finish third? Eisenschenk, little weaving, driving dish. McQuillan looking for her 4-3, and why not? It's Charlie's world, and we're just living in it. She's got 17.
Might want to stop helping off of her on any type of dribble drive if you're within a passing distance of her. But, it's tough. You can't give up everything.
Kadoon backing her defender down. Oh, that defender is McQuillan. Kadoon shot off the mark. Good rebound by Eisenschenk. And now you got to go for the heat check, don't you? You got to find McQuillan. Getty looking for Charlie. Open. Burner wants a three the other way. That's off the back tab. Long rebound will be out here to Nelson. Be Nelson's fourth, and now they'll give it to Pope. Kindred up by 6. Their largest lead on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard is 7. And we'll have a foul here at Casey Burner as Burner hits the deck card with her and Nelson. Casey's going to pick up her second, team's first, and in Burner's particular situation, or any senior playing here in this game, you have 5 fouls left in your career, Hoots, so you might as well use them.
You don't want any ticky-tack ones. You better be going down to the floor if you're going to get one here.
Nelson right-hand side to Bope after a fresh 35 on the shot clock. Bixby with a runner. Tough runner from the baseline off the front iron. Rebound, though, by Kadoon. Put back for 2. And there's what you said before. Second chance offense for the Bulldogs.
Currently, that's exactly what's keeping them in there in the game here, with transition points from Kindred and second chance points from the Bulldogs.
Ball goes to McQuillan here. McQuillan looking to go backdoor, finds Getty. Getty on the inside. Nice reversal for 2.
A great backdoor cut. They just kind of saw each other from 15, 20 feet away. Great read.
Now in the front court here for Sargent County. They'll handle it with Bope, down by 6. So far, it's been an up and down kind of a game. It might be first one to 65, maybe 70 to win if we continue this action. Left-hand side, Nelson to Bixby. Bixby on the inside, Kadoon, spin around jumper, can't get it to go, and Eisenschenk gets the rebound.
The last thing you want is a third-place game where you're playing in the 30s, so this is a lot more exciting.
Back up and down, good action inside. Speaking of action, good spin, just unable to finish with Bartels, able to go to that baseline with the left hand. Nelson gets the rebound. Kerr in the front court here. Kerr looking to go across the way to Bope, and it'll be out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Sargent County Bulldogs. What have you liked from both teams so far, though, Hoots, in this contest?
Yes. Endless pushing of the pace, just constantly looking to score as quickly as possible. We saw a shot clock violation here to start the second half, but besides that, it really hasn't gotten under 20 very often here.
And that's exactly what you like to see. 2 teams leaving it all on the floor, as you mentioned, for the final time for some of them, their careers. Jumper by Bixby, can't get it to go. Bope on the inside. Then we're going to get a tie-up. Possession will favor Kindred. Kindred with 3 seniors on the opposite side here. Sargent County, they have 4. So teams that next year are going to bring back a good core. And then also the question is, from a Kindred and Sargent County point of view, some new competition that hasn't been in your region. And speaking of some new competition, Nipstead is going to be a pain for some people to come. She's got 5.
She's got skill and she's got poise. She plays good defense. She's well-rounded. Like I said, just a 7th grader. She's going to be a problem for years to come.
In the front court here is Bixby, as this will go to the right-hand side. Nice bounce pass to Sundquist, but off of her hand, and that'll be a turnover on Sargent County. They're 12th. Other end of the floor goes Nipstead, finds it left-hand side. Amelia Eisenschenk hits the bottom of the net. Amelia with her first field goal of the night.
7th grader to a freshman to score here in a big game in the regional tournament is impressive.
Yeah, you like to see that anytime, and we mentioned it right off the shoot that Kindred is a deep, deep, deep team. Left-hand side, Sundquist. Sundquist spins right into, Aiden Hans there, and Hans with that little, she got by me because I fronted, and then she spun into me, so we'll create the turnover. Now to Amelia Eisenschenk, and Hoots, the ball never hit the ground. That's how you transition.
That's exactly right. The ball goes a lot faster when it's going in the air via the pass versus dribbling the basketball. That's a tough thing to teach kids because they want to dribble. It goes so much better when you just catch it and fling it up the floor.
Kadoon with 10 points on the opposite side for the Kindred Vikings, led by the 17 of McQuillan. That foul will be on Hallie Nelson, her second. free throw opportunity for Eisenchenk. A 67% free throw shooter completes the attempt. The Vikings now 5-9 from the line. Largest lead here for Kindred. It just felt like it was 6 points a moment ago. That's now ballooned up to 13. Vikings up by 10, then by 13 here with that and one opportunity. Bulldogs will handle it here right at a key. With it now is Sadie Newstill. Nelson rips it through here, looks for it right-hand side as that'll be to Bixby. Back to Nelson. Nelson looking to back her defender down to the baseline. Bounce pass goes to Kerr. Left pocket deep two. That one's going to be off the front iron and a rebound to Nipstead. Nipstead up the floor. This one goes to Kennedy Bacco off the window and transition offense for the Vikings. Right-hand side now. It'll be to Sundquist, and we'll have a timeout. We'll break as well. This timeout brought to you in part by our friends at Bank North. It's a third-place Region 1 game on your liveevent.com.
Piper's Auction and Realty. We have an excellent auction featuring 425 acres of great cropland located in Cass County, North Dakota. The Nelson Family Cropland Auction will take place at the Governor's Inn, Castleton, North Dakota, starting at 3 p.m. on March 14th. This will be a live and online auction. High-quality cropland near Arthur, North Dakota rarely hits the open market. Don't miss this sale. For questions, call me, Steve Dalen, at 701-893-8517.
Timeouts brought to you in part by our friends at Bank North here on your liveevent.com. Throughout the Region 1 Girls Basketball Tournament, member FDIC and proud supporter of their communities. After we come back after the break, Sadie Newstill to inbound it now to Cadoon. Carly will handle it at the top of the key. Looks to spin. Open. Sundquist right-hand side. Won't shoot the three. Back to Nelson. They work it left-hand side. That'll go to Lee. Nelson to Sundquist. 15 seconds on the shot clock here. Ankle cross for Sundquist. Pops the pass. Now to Newstill. Sadie gets cut off. Cadoon. Left wing three. Got it to go. Carly Cadoon with her third three-pointer of the game. She's got 13 points in all 5 here of the quarter.
Big shot for the Bulldogs. They really needed a bucket there, and I see if they can get a stop.
Sierra Nipstead goes the other way right down Main Street. She's got 7 here for the Kindred Vikings off the bench. Sargent County, Nelson right now, and the Vikings looking to get the steal. Right as the Bulldogs go. Well, they're looking for Sundquist, and it's going to be a turnover here. Picking it up now is going to be Bacco. Bacco right-hand side, Nipstead. Nipstead uses up that dribble, looks to spin, and we'll have a timeout here with Miss Sam Brandt. And we'll have a fresh 5 for the Kindred Vikings when we return on your live event.
Thunder Seed has over 4 generations of experience in the field. Through innovation, technology, and hard work, we put farmers first by providing high-quality products. We pride ourselves on developing quality soybean, corn, wheat, and corn silage seed for dealers and growers across our region. We are invested in being your partner throughout the full cycle of your harvest. Thunder Seed, first in the field, family-owned and farmers first.
Sargent County Kindred here on yourliveevent.com. Thanks so much for tuning in, and make sure you patronize our sponsors. Also, on top of that, I think there's a lot of people that have to be a tip of the cap of Hoots, and you, like a lot of people in school districts, wear a lot of different kinds of hats, but bus drivers to parents to athletic directors to the officials on the floor. There was a lot of changes in this Region 1 tournament due to weather, and there's a lot of people to thank to get all these games on the air.
Absolutely, and Brent Wolf from Oak Grove has done a great job of communicating that with us every step of the way, before the tournament even started, letting us know, hey, this is what could happen if A, B, and C happen. Here's option D, and away we go.
Speaking of option D, Layla Eisenschenk's going to be option A moving forward. She's got 6 points and just a freshman. Carly Cadoon in the front court now for Sargent County. She's got all 5 points here for the Bulldogs. 32 at the half. It was 35 Kindred. The Vikings looking to put a 20 spot up here in this third quarter. Cadoon jumper inside, 12-footer off the back Temno. Rebound by Bolt, her 6th rebound. Now back to left-hand side. Jamie looking for it as we've seen Sargent County maybe be a little bit more stagnant in the half court than what we saw in the first half, and we've seen some turnovers because of it as well.
I think, we talked about, adjustments at halftime, and I think it was, Coach Brandt primarily must have focused on defense because every single dribble is being contested right now, and they're just not getting any room to breathe.
If you know Coach Brandt, she is feisty, and I mean feisty in a good way. She wants her players to really play that brand of basketball.
32 minutes of pressure is exactly what she does, and just doesn't allow you to have any stress-free possessions on offense, which really can wear you down throughout the portion of the game.
Foul will come across here on Burner. That's going to be her first. Her first of the half, or a third of the game. Kadoon will pick up the jumper here. She's got 7, and again, I've called her a one-woman wrecking crew, and we're seeing why, and we'll have a turnover here on Kindred.
She does such a good job of getting to the spots that she likes and then pulling up before you get a chance to react as a defender and get your hand in her face. And she's, got good size as well, so it's tough to contest the shot where she takes it from.
Bulldogs trying to get it to 10 before the quarter. Left-hand side to Bolt. With it now back up top to Newstill. Newstill reverse it right-hand side as they're giving it on the interior here to Kadoon. Kadoon on the inside kick out now to Bolt. This is a college range 3 off the back tab. No, Jamie stays with it, throws it up, partially blocked by Burner as this will continue to stay with Lee. With it, Sunquest, elbow, jumper, rattling out. Eisenschenk gets the rebound. Good looks for Sargent County, just couldn't finish. Now for Kindred, they could hold if they want for the final shot of the third quarter and try to put an exclamation point on the third quarter with their 20th or 21st point. Getty, why not? McQuillan for her 5th 3 of the game. Off the right side, no rebound. Burner, put back, oh! What an end one for the senior Casey Burner.
There's persistence on the offensive boards. Her shots haven't really gone down so far today, so she's kind of transitioned into working off the ball and done a really nice job here.
She didn't really have a good look at an angle and somehow got mugged and said, well, if I'm going to get fouled, why not go for 3? That one swirls out, rebound underneath here to Swanquist. They have to get the shot up before the buzzer. Good if it goes by Bolt, but that'll be short, and that's how we'll end our third quarter of play on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's the Vikings up by 16.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
As we come back here to Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, 55-39 Kindred against Sargent County here on YourLiveEvent.com as we'll get ready to get this ball inbounded to start this fourth quarter of play with Ringer. Winner takes third place. What do you expect to see here for the final 8 minutes in the final game of the season here, Nathan Hoots?
A lot of defensive pressure and probably some set plays run for some seniors, see if they can get a good look to finish their career.
As we'll have the ball tipped out of play as we'll redo it all over again there with Getty. Chase Miller, Nathan Hoots, Joey Hughes with you here. We'll have again a modified post-game show as we get ready for that championship coming up in a little bit later on. With it now in the front court, right-hand side for the Bulldogs. Up top, Kadoon. Jumper on the way, got it to go. Kadoon with another 3. She's made a 3 in every quarter now with 18 points.
As a coach who's going to have to deal with her for the next couple of years, you would really like to see her focus on her inside game and not constantly be shooting all those threes because she has such a problem with inside 15 feet if she expands out to there.
Right-hand side jumpers off the mark by Bartels out of play, and this one will stay with Kindred. Sargent County by no means out of this when you're down by 16, but that's a really good way to start as a three-pointer. The Bulldog fans thought it was not touched by anyone after the shot, but Kindred will stay with it, but the shot clock will stay at 19.
Bit of a ball issue over here. Looks like they got some sweat on it or something, getting it cleaned up.
I was going to say, we've seen a nacho cheese timeout this season. We've seen popcorn fly sometimes when it goes into the stands. The old adage of the basketball that goes into the garbage, so you got to bring out a towel. I've seen that a time or two.
Well, in Tower City, there's not exactly a whole lot of room to work with between the baseline and media row, so a lot of things can happen.
Getty with the jumper. She's scored in every quarter now with 8. Peyton Getty going to be a key cog for Sam Brandt next season, going to Class A here for the Vikings. Bixby with it to Kadoon, right of the key. She wants another three. It's going to be long. No one box out Bixby, though. Bixby will rip it through, finds Kadoon on the pass. She gets another chance at it. 15-footer rattles out. Kerr will get the offensive board. Another opportunity. That one rattles in. Two-pointer here on the left-hand side for Ringer. She's got 4.
A 1-2-2 full court press here from the Bulldogs. See if they can force a couple turnovers and get back into this thing.
And we'll have an over and back violation right in front of us, and right on cue here, Nathan Hoots. They get the turnover, and that's one thing that you were waiting to see was the 1-2-2 from Sargent County.
Something that, having played them over the past couple of weeks, we prepared for quite a bit, and they can force a lot of turnovers out of it.
This will be high post to Kadoon. Kadoon, 15, make that a 17-footer long. Rebound by Kerr, and then we'll have a jump ball. The arrow goes to Kindred. So 6:40 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Winner goes to 15-8 on the season, takes home the third place hardware, where the loser will drop to 14-9 on the year. Kindred able to break the press here, looking to Getty. Ball gets deflected by Amber Kerr. So last 6:34, what are you doing as a coach if you're Sam Brandt with the lead? You don't need to play Dean Smith four corners basketball. Then on the opposite side, if you're Coach Searstead, you're chasing the game, but you don't need to be overly aggressive either now, do you, Hoots?
Yeah, you're looking to maybe try to get it under 20, maybe even to 15 every possession. They kind of take that, dwindles the possessions a ton if you can get it to that spot. But good shot attempts like that one there is what you want on every possession if you're Kindred. And Sargent County, the quicker the better, but you can't force up bad shots.
Peyton Getty now with all 4 points in the quarter. She's got 10. Bixby going hard to the paint. She gets fouled in the act of shooting. And Emma Bixby, a 5'3 sophomore, goes to the free throw line.
The last thing you want as Kindred, though, is Sargent County scoring when the clock isn't running. So that's you're trying to defend without fouling as best you possibly can here.
Peyton Getty will pick up the foul. That'll be her second, team's third. Right-handed toss by Bixby's good. Second free throw attempt upcoming here for the Sargent County Bulldogs. With Emma Bixby trying to lead a comeback here for Sargent County. Free throw opportunity on the second one is no good. Rebound to Bartels. Sargent County boys will play at Central Cass tomorrow night for the regular season Region 1 championship. Winner takes the 1 seed, loser takes the 2 going to the Region 1 tournament. While the Kindred Vikings will host the Enderlin Eagles tomorrow afternoon for their final game of the regular season. And with Oak Grove's win over Northern Cass, Kindred needs to beat Enderlin to finish third in the regular season. So some big games tonight and tomorrow here on the boys' side in Region 1.
That's going to be, once again, another loaded region tournament. And, a lot of really high-quality teams. And could see 4 or 5 different teams playing in that championship game.
Have an offensive foul here on Berner. That's going to be her 4th and the team's 4th after we had a foul on Sargent County with Kerr, her 2nd, and the team's 2nd. 5:57 left to go on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing their heritage, sharing their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhbanknd.com. Jamie Bope, left wing with the basketball. They find it. Kadoon, college range 3. Off the back tab, no. Rebound by Bixby. Bixby inside Nelson. Got a little bit too much underneath the rim there, and Aiden Hans collects the miss. Other side goes McQuillan. Charlie McQuillan takes the step, left-handed scoop and score. Charlie McQuillan now with 19 points.
Great spacing by Kindred. First girl ran down straight into the corner and put that defender in a problem, and McQuillan made a great read.
Kadoon jumper on the inside, no. Rebound to Eisenchank, and Layla wants to run. Eisenchank will leave it right wing. Free throw line extended. Finds the trailing Hans. Left wing now to McQuillan. Charlie takes the ball screen, looks back door, nice find to Baco off the window, can't get that one to go. Rebound, going to be toss of 4, and this will be a jump ball, and the arrow goes to Sargent County.
Anytime I see number 5 from Kindred doing any type of impressive play, it kind of gives me, I don't know, nightmares, I think, from seeing that number the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, there's been some numbers that's interesting as fans, coaches, parents, players involved that stick with you at any level of sports, and there's been a couple here, and I think you're kind of going for the Abby Dukeshire effect here.
Yeah, definitely.
Left-hand side jumper for Bixby off the front iron, no good. A rebound here, won by Aiden Hans, and now it's going to be in the hands of the Kindred Vikings. Charlie McQuillan able to spin. McQuillan looking back door on the find for Hans on the inside. The senior scores here for Aiden. Nice cut from the high to low post.
Absolutely. It's always exciting to see the senior score in a third-place game, no matter how many minutes they've played.
Left-hand side for the Bulldogs here is the Kindred Vikings have able to balloon this one up to 18 points and looking to put the game away. Sargent County now is kind of at that point of a game where you can ill afford to come up empty on shots. Jumper is going to be off the mark, then a block here by Eisenschenk. Nelson left baseline triple. That one's going to be long. Backside rebound. Bope hits the deck with McQuillan. Jamie gets it now to Bixby. Back to Bope here, right wing. She'll shoot the high arching three-pointer. That's no good. Rebound now to Nelson. Then we'll have a foul. Offensive rebounds again for the Bulldogs. Foul will come on McQuillan, her first and the team's fifth.
You know, that phrase you said, Bope hits the deck. I think that kind of defines her entire career. She's not the most offensively skilled player, but you know, I've shown clips of her to my team throughout the years since she was an 8th grader playing at Sargent Central. You know, a very left-handed dominant girl, but she works harder than anybody in the entire region. She dives on the floor. You can just look at her knees. They're bruised all over the place. She's got scratches and cuts. Just defines what she is as a player.
And some of the seniors now checking out here for the Kindred Vikings as they get a standing round of ovation from their fans. And we're going to be seeing that here as well for Sargent County with some of their seniors getting back on the court one last time before they will finish off their careers here for the Sargent County Bulldogs. So Casey Berner, Charlie McQuillan, and Aiden Hans coming out, and you kind of see Sam Brandt getting a little emotional as that doesn't matter the game. You can only have one team finishes as the champ. Everybody else finishes as runner-up or underneath it. But, Hoots, there is something to say about going out on the season with a win, no matter how many seniors you have on your team.
And Coach Brandt and those seniors have really shared some special moments here in the last couple of years. The heartbreak of the 2 straight region championship losses to Central Cass, but then, you know, the elation of last year in that state champion team, undefeated state championship team. So a lot of memories right there.
Sadie New still a little left-hand baby hook, can't get that one to go. Kindred now will quickly muscle their way with Liza Eisenschenk. Eisenschenk at the left wing at the 3-minute mark here in this fourth quarter. Eisenschenk stepped through off the window for 2. Eisenschenk now with 8. She came in with 27 points in the tournament at 17 in their loss against Northern Cass back on Wednesday afternoon. Left-hand side, and now it's pretty much all elementary from here. Just the final 2:30 of play, but a really good first half between these two teams. And the third quarter is where it's separated. Plus 16 for Kindred going to the fourth quarter play after they outscored the Bulldogs 20-7. Eisenschenk with it. Then we'll have a wraparound reach foul here on Bope. That'll be her first, and that'll be the team's fourth of this second half. All for Sargent County here, Hoots. You're going to be rivals with them moving forward out of District 1 with what they have coming back. How much of a threat are they going to be to make a state tournament in Class B next year?
I think you can look at them as, you know, Edgeley Call Montpelier playing in a region championship game tonight, Linton playing in a region championship game tonight. Oaks had a really solid year, but it'd be hard to put anyone above them looking at next year's predictions. I think, you know, when the Hoopster comes out, you could probably look at them being the Region 1 favorite next year with all the experience that they bring back and the power that they play with, the force that they can get you to play their game all game long. They're going to be a problem.
Yeah, Sargent County definitely is going to be a problem. On the opposite side, it's interesting with Kindred because and now you don't necessarily have like-minded teams. I mean that where you've had Valley City, Wahpeton, Devils Lake in Class A for so long, and all of a sudden they will be Class A, and then there's really good competition with them. You know, Central Cass is moving up, Fargo, Oak Grove, obviously. You have Thompson, Grafton there as well. Four Winds, Minnewacan, been a really good team out of Region 4. So Class A is going to be interesting as much as I know people have been talking about the boys' side with matchups. The girls' side will be very intriguing as well with the Lisbon Broncos in there.
Exactly. I'm really excited. It not only gives teams that have, you know, a smaller population a chance in Class B, but it evens everything out in that middle group. I think that Class A might be the most exciting class of the three that we have, just because you're bringing down those teams that haven't gotten to see as much, you know, success in the last couple of years, coming out of Class A down into the new Class A, and then bringing up the big Bs. I think it's going to be a really fun class.
As for Sargent County, they're going to finish their season, the final year here of Class B Region 1, 14-9. While for the Kindred Vikings, they will improve to 15-8. Sargent County gets a shot up and will have two free throws. Peyton Hammond here, the 5'7" junior, will go the free throw line. As this foul will come on Trainbeth, that'll be her first and the team's sixth. So some new fresh blood. Tess Rohrbeck back in the game. Ammerman here for the Kindred Vikings. Right-handed toss for Sargent County is good by Peyton. Hoffman goes 1 of 2 from the foul line. Still got Sundquist, and she'll check out here for the sophomore. Also in Chloe Bogert, the 5'6 sophomore. Second free throw attempt here for the Bulldogs, as Jamie Bolt will check out one final time and get a nice round of applause from the Sargent County fans sitting behind us here. Kindred, it won't show how close the game truly was for the first half, but the Vikings have definitely put the pedal to the metal down here, holding the Bulldogs to just 15 second half points, and safe to say that's been a staple of Sam Brandt's teams, the defensive side of the floor.
Yeah, and just turning those defensive stops into transition points. They did such a good job of putting their foot to the pedal in that third quarter, and that was the difference.
Up the window, good for 2 here for Kindred. Eisenschenk now has 7 for the Vikings. Finishing the way for Kindred will be the 19 of Charlie McQuillan. Well, for Sargent County, they'll finish with the 18 of Carly Cadoon for a team high here with 60 seconds left to play in this fourth quarter of this third place game. The Kindred Vikings will be finishing third place here in the region. Well, for the opposite side, Sargent County will take fourth place here. The Vikings able to earn the victory here, and we were wondering, would it be the first team to 65-70 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard? Kindred got there to both numbers right now. Left-hand side, Ammerman making it a Sunday stroll down the paint, can't get it to go. Kick out right-hand side, they'll leave it top of the key. Leah Rowland, triple, can't get that one to go. Then we'll have a foul here, and this will be on the floor, and the foul will come across here on Peyton Hammond, it looks like. It'll be her first, and that'll be the team's 6th.
As a coach, your eyes start to wander a little bit when it starts to get to this point, and you love to see how excited all of the Kindred girls are on the bench. When anybody that hasn't gotten a whole lot of playing time here at the varsity level is getting a shot up, they're jumping all over the place and screaming. I love that.
Left-hand side, off the window, good for 2 for Trainbeth. So she's able to get in the scoring column here, and that might be the final bucket that we see from the Kindred Vikings. As this one will be in the front court. And we'll see how Sargent County will finish this one. They'll just hold on to it, and that's going to do it in our third place contest. The Kindred Vikings able to pick up the win over Sargent County, 72-47. Our post-game show is next.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the Agronomy Centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or Arvilla at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or Arvilla at 701-343-6273.
The Bison Booster Club.
As we come back here, let's get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, Enbridge Energy. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes Enbridge Energy for life. Well, the player of the game for the Kindred Vikings, Charlie McQuillan, and rightfully so, 19 points. She scores 4 3-pointers and scores in every quarter. She had 19 in 2 games in the tournament. She finishes with 19 points tonight. Charlie McQuillan is our Enbridge Energy player of the game, and our RDK Enterprises Future Precision play of the match. The careers here for the seniors at the end of the day, Kindred with Charlie McQuillan, Casey Berner, Aiden Hans, a lot of really good basketball teams they were a part of. Well, for the Sargent County Bulldogs, they have some big aspirations, but with Wolf, Ringer, Ferderer, and Bulb, they were able to pave the way here for Sargent County to make some noise coming into next season in Class B. That is our RDK Enterprises Feature Precision plays of the game. Get ready for the upcoming spring planting season with RDK Enterprises. For maintenance and parts and upgraded options, go to planterdoc.com. Kindred led by the 19 with McQuillan, 10 by Peyton Getty, while for Sargent County led by the 18 of Cadoon, and 9 points for Hallie Nelson. The region championship is coming up next between the Squirrels and the Jaguars here on YourLiveEvent.com.